WARD dollar sign, nigga. NAYIMED.
Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you're returning. My name is Nayim. I am your host. Today I'm back from catching up on my sleep. I want to say thank everybody who made a positive contribution to this channel, helping us reach another milestone. I greatly appreciate it. Now, today, I was just thinking about how Chicago rappers really turned O Block in particular, but Chicago into a fucking zoo. And it's not all of Chicago. I have a history with Chicago even up now to this day, and I got my own stories about my experiences and the shit that I've seen being out there, even on O Block and all of that stuff, right? But they really turned that place into a fucking zoo. Now, what is a zoo? A zoo is a place basically where you go see animals. Like, there's really no other definition of what a zoo is. Or if you wanted to take a step further, people like to use the word zoo as like a place where wild animals are caged in, or wild animals have been captured and put on display for somebody else's enjoyment. Is that not what Chicago and O Block is today? And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. I'm saying it in this way where over the years and years and years, they've had well over a decade in this rap industry, in the music industry, period, starting with Chief Keef. I remember 50 Cent had said something about when he first saw Chief Keef, he was like, oh man, that could have been my son. Like, I was just so attracted to it. Everybody was attracted to drill music when it first came out. Everybody was attracted to what in the hell is going on over there, because it was just so new, so fresh, so whatever. So naturally, when you have a situation where the energy is so raw and so pure, people want to go see what's going on. People looking at it. That's why it's so attractive today, because the energy is so, it's what's a good word for it? The energy from drill music is so magnetic. I guess that's a decent word. It's so magnetic, it's so whatever, you can't help but look, because it's just like, how far will these niggas go? How far will these niggas take it? How far are these people willing to go with the music? Not even factoring in the fact that the music is real stories, real people, real scenarios, real situations, confessions, like, you know, all that kind of stuff. I also thought about how, if y'all remember, like, No Jumper ended up like going to O Block and like on display, but it's like, that's just like the big thing that happened. Do you know, regularly people that are native to, I'm saying O Block, but the south side of Chicago and stuff, and this really is O Block when you think about it, because people, regular people who don't know anything about anything but hearing these people's music, hearing these people talk about it, seeing these pictures on Instagram and wherever else people look at pictures at, they hear something in a song and they're just so enamored by what they hear. People come from all over the world, all over the United States, multiple countries, just to see ride by O Block and take pictures. You hear natives out there, you can find these online. You hear natives talking about how they feel like what? Why the hell are people riding through this bitch taking pictures? Why the hell are people riding through this motherfucker looking at us or whatever? And it's like, we know that a lot of the gangster stuff is only like, it's such a small portion of what's happening in the greater overall society, because Chicago is bigger than the few blocks that the music come from. It's actually, it'll take you like an hour to get to the other side of the city. Then an hour and a half, you know what I'm saying, to get from the top to the bottom. So it's like, people, regular, normal, everyday people who don't have nothing to do with music, nothing to do with the rap scene, nothing to do with shit, are now being put on display. And regular, everyday people from other places is just looking like, oh my God, is that where Chief Keef rapped about? This is where whatever. Nobody ever says, oh my God, this is where Michelle Obama is from. I'm inspired. Niggas say, oh my God, this is where King Von is from. This is so cool. Like nobody ever like took it like that. Nobody ever wanted to take it to the point where it's just like, and it's actually, when you really think about it, this might be one of the top most devastating things to happen to songwriting, is that, and this shows the power of songwriting, because when you think about how entrenched the mentality has to be for you to listen to music as a regular just a regular everyday consumer, for you to listen to music and to take a trip somewhere and to look at people like they're animals on display. Look at people like this is a fucking sideshow attraction or some shit like that. For you to look like you don't have nothing to do with Chief Keef, Little Durk, nothing. And I already know everybody's from a different place, everybody's from a different section, everybody's from a different part. But O Block is the most famous part of Chicago when we talk about music. I don't want to hear about like what another nigga scientific method of No Limit and niggas over here and all this stuff. I'm like, whatever. Like, everybody knows. People were literally like, regular people, ignorant of everything, will hear a song and take a trip to 63rd, take a trip to 64th, take a trip to Lamron, go over to wherever the fuck, the east side, wherever the west, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we at with it. They've turned this shit into a zoo. This is their fault that, and it's fucked up, because a part of me want to be like, why didn't the people speak up if they was mad about being looked at as animals because of the music? But it's like, do they even know to speak up? Because it's all good in the beginning when people are like, when your city is on. It's all good when your city is on. It's all good when the people from where you from is bringing light to you, and you proud to be from Chicago. You proud to be from the O. You proud to be from over here. You can, people look at you different, talk to you different when the hottest people in the music industry is from where you from. But then it get to a point where you stop feeling that way, because now strangers is looking at you like an animal. Strangers is riding through, taking pictures of you, expecting you to get into a shootout. Strangers is looking at civilians as, is that a GD or a BD? That's when it stops being like, that's when people stop feeling like this was cool, this was okay. We're tired of being dehumanized, because that's what it is. They dehumanized everybody from that area. So now when you go out of town and you say you from Chicago, people automatically assume that you either a GD or a BD. People automatically assume, hey, do you know Little Durk? Like, just ignorant fucking questions that people will ask you. People automatically assume that you're a savage because you from somewhere, not even knowing that a lot of those people, the music beef is real in the street, but it's not as crazy, because all these people live together and all these people be mixed up and mingled up and playing with each other and having a good time and all only whatever. It's just that small section of people from that small section of whatever gang or whatever they from. It's not everything and everybody from the South Side. But you don't know that if you don't go there. You don't, and I'm not talking about go there like no jumper and look around, and go there like got, all type of other little shit. I'm talking about actually have people on the ground to take you places, and you actually have to stay there and be there. So I was just thinking like, damn, they really turned that place into a zoo. It's a zoo now. It's fucked up, but it's what it is. So thank y'all once again. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm rested. I'm ready to fucking go. My name is Nayim.
NAYIMEDWARD $, nigga. NAYIMED.